working any better this time. I don't want y'all to miss this, so that's the reason why I just cut it and wanted to bring it back. I don't want y'all to miss that because this was a lot of hard work, and I didn't want y'all to miss this. So I appreciate y'all being patient with me for just a second as I sit here and make sure that everything is running like it's supposed to. I'm gonna let Patty let me know if it's running better because I don't want to because I will push it back before I let it run poorly because that's no good. That's so we're not going to do that. So I'm gonna wait and let Patty let me know what she is seeing, and hopefully we can get back started on this. And I apologize again. Like I say, everything runs good until you go live. When you go live, that's when every single problem's going to happen. And used to be, I would just try to kill myself during the broadcast trying to fix it. I'm not going to do it this time. Okay, she said it's better. So sorry about that. Nothing. It's kind of out of my control. I do apologize about that, but I did not want to let y'all see that the stream because this is going to be a good one. I want it to be good. Um, but real quick, and even that's gone from my page. Again, it could be for good reason. But I'm going to talk about it just for a second, anyways. Guys, I give the city a lot of flack. And the reason I give it a lot of flack is because we're not changing. We're not changing in the city. We're not changing seats. We're not changing anything. We're keeping everything the same. And the results are the same. We have been democratically ran for nearly a decade and a half. And things are getting worse or it doesn't change. There's a reason for that. You've got to change your thinking to make things go a different direction. So this lawsuit, as I was trying to talk about, I don't know how much y'all heard it. I will go through it real quick and real brief because I want to get through this. There's a lawsuit that's pending against the city of Union due to the fact that inspections were being done by an inspector that at the moment in time, for the information that I have currently at the time, that was supposedly and allegedly not a licensed inspector at the time of these inspections that this person was doing. A house had caught on fire, and they hired a guy who did bad work. And let me tell you something, that's not a shot at any way, shape, or form of a person. You know, a lot of people when they hire somebody and man, they get screwed over like that. It's like, well, you should have known, but no, there's no way. Me and Patty, I remember I did a live a while back about a guy who took thousands of dollars from me and Patty. Literally took it and just left people unpaid. I mean, the worst type of people. And karma does come back, and it came back on him. But it's not about me. This couple, and again, I'm not going to say no names, just for the simple fact I'm just, if you want to see it, you can go look it up on the public index. So this was over a $200,000 job, which exceeded the amount that was on the license of the guy who was doing construction, and he allowed his insurance to lapse. So the couple was trying to figure out, this work was so terrible because they brought in another construction company to try to come in and fix it. And they were like, I guess, again, just kind of paraphrasing with the little bit that I got to read, they basically seen the damage and went, whoa, what happened here? How did this pass inspection? So they started looking into the person that was inspecting it. Well, under Joe and our current city, we had an inspector out here who wasn't licensed doing inspections unsupervised. And guess what? You got the result that you were asking for, which was not a good one. And now the city is possibly going to be on the hook for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, is this lawsuit going to be in the front page like mine was? We'll see. It better be, because this is huge. The lawsuit against me, it's ridiculous. It's petty. This actually takes money from taxpayers if the people win, which they have all the rights of whatsoever. They were not given a proper service by the city, which was an inspection of someone at the time allegedly not licensed. And even if he was licensed, the inspections that he was doing, you've just got to go read the lawsuit. I'm not gonna sit here and read that, but it's pretty, it's crazy. I think I seen, now again, I briefly went through it. I think I seen where there was an insulation inspection, and the part where the inspector passed it, there was no insulation, none. You can't make this stuff up. This is our city, and guess what? We can't hold Joe accountable. Joe's too busy trying to get his son hired. Under him, under Lance Davis is sending out an email trying to convince people that, hey, it should be okay that Joe wants to hire his son. He's not going to, he's 2 supervisors away before he answers to Joe. He should be protected, right? When Lance knows that that is a violation, he knows it is. If he didn't, he wouldn't have sent the email in the first place. But you did it anyways because you're trying to do the bidding of someone. You're making bad decisions. You know what you're doing. Don't let somebody make you make decisions like that. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. Don't do that. Anyways, we're never gonna get out of this. The same old story over and over again. So, as everybody knows, of course, that's a good question, Missy. She brings up about the Rose Hill situation as well. That's a good point there too. Now, whether that's the same person, it's a good question. I don't know, but it affected these people. These people have been spending thousands of dollars renting. They're ready to come home, and they are trying to figure out how to be able to live in a house that's probably not livable. They're trying to figure it out because we tried to take shortcuts, or we maybe tried to hire a buddy. I don't know. I don't know what this was. All I do know is that it was wrong. We've got to stop. Anyways, okay. I feel myself. I feel it coming. So let's just move on from that. So today is 9/11. It's been 23 years, and God, it just don't seem like it. Back when this happened, there was a video. I wanted to try to play a quick video to just kind of tribute, but I thought about one that always stuck with me, even from way back then. It is a Christmas music, but they used that music at the time because when they released it, it was around December, of course. And I wanted to play that real quick, and then right after that, we're going to go into the Susan Smith documentary. And after I play this video, I'll give y'all a little brief on what to expect from the Susan Smith documentary, and then I'll play it for y'all, and we'll go from there. So let's see if I can bring this up real quick. And again, sorry about all the technical difficulties tonight, but I refuse to do something half-assed, basically.
You say you'll never forget where you were when you heard the news on September 11th, 2001. Neither will I. I was on the 110th floor in a smoke-filled room with a man who called his wife to say goodbye. I held his fingers steady as he dialed. I gave him the piece to say, "Honey, I'm not going to make it. But it's okay. I'm ready to go." I was with his wife when he called as she fed breakfast to their children. I held her up as she tried to understand his words. And as she realized he wasn't coming home that night. I was in the stairwell of the 23rd floor when a woman cried out to me for help. "I've been knocking on the door of your heart for 50 years. I said, "Of course, I'll show you the way home. Only believe in me now." I was at the base of the building when the priest ministered to the injured and devastated souls. I took him home to tend his flock in heaven. He heard my voice and answered. I was on all 4 of those planes, in every seat, with every prayer. I was with the crew as they were overtaken. I was in the very hearts of the believers there, comforting and assuring them that their faith has saved them. I was in Texas, Kansas, London. I was standing next to you when you heard the terrible news. Did you sense me? I want you to know that I saw every face. I knew every name, though not all know me. Some met me for the first time on the 86th floor. Some sought me with their last breath. Some couldn't hear me calling to them through the smoke and flames. "Come to me, this way, take my hand." Some chose, for the final time, to ignore me. But I was there. I did not place you in the tower that day. You may not know why, but I do. However, if you were there in that explosive moment in time, would you have reached for me? September 11th, 2001 was not the end of the journey for you. But someday your journey will end, and I'll be there for you as well. Seek me now while I may be found. Then, at any moment, you know you're ready to go. I will be in the stairwell of your final moments. Remember, I love you.
All right, just wanted to bring that back up, and appreciate y'all letting me play that for y'all. That came out, I think, I don't know if it was in that same year, but it still gets you. But We're going to talk about the documentary that I'm about to show y'all. I was saying it earlier before it was doing all the little nonsense, freezing up. Sorry about that. So with this documentary, I was going to go about it a couple of different ways. I was going to try to first we reached out to want to interview Susan Smith, but unfortunately the prison doesn't allow it. They actually even turned down Oprah. So we went that route first, and I was going to, maybe grab a few people from the community and kind of let them talk about it. But I just felt like I said, I could do more in a 20 to 25 minute video of just showing what she did, what she said back then that would have more impact than listening to people's opinions about what they remember happening back then. And that's the route I kind of chose to go with. She is coming up for parole. And anything can happen. Is it likely? Probably not. But again, it's been 30 years and crazier things have happened. So we're going to get that started, and I hope y'all enjoy it. And it took some work. It may not seem like it, but it took a lot of work to do. And I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch this. So let me get this pulled up for you real quick, and we'll get that started. And here we go, guys.
Susan Smith has been arrested and will be charged with 2 counts of murder in connection with the deaths of her children, Michael 3 and Alexander 14 months.
At this point, based on what happened last night, do you know anything better about it now than you did last night?
No. They've got people everywhere looking for them. You can hear the helicopters are there, but they haven't seen anything, and it's crazy. And it's been since 9 o'clock last night, and I really thought that when it got daylight they would find them just in a heartbeat, but
Was there anything about the demeanor of the man that gives you concern?
No, in fact, when he made me get out of the car, I tried to get my children. I just begged him, please let me take them. And he said no, he didn't have time because they were in car seats and it was going to take time for me to get them out of the car seat. And he just told me, he said, but I won't hurt them. And he just took off. But he had a gun, and my big thing is they were screaming, hollering, crying, and I'm just scared that he just lost his patience or something, I don't know. All I'm doing is just praying and just keeping my faith that they're going to be okay.
You've never seen this guy before?
No, sir. Never.
And he just came out of the blue?
I was stopped at a red light, and I was looking this way, looking toward the left, and it was just like, in a second, he was in my car. He just opened the car door, and I just screamed. I said, what are you doing? He just shut up and drive, and he had a gun, and he was poking it in my side, told me to drive. And so I drove, and I was trying to ask him one time, why, what do you want? Please just, don't hurt me or the children. He said, and he never said anything. All he ever told me was, shut up or I'll kill you. He said, don't say anything else. And my children were crying, and I was trying to tell them, that it was okay, that, don't worry. And he would, and he let me talk to them. And then we just got maybe 3 or 4 miles down the road, and he told me, I want you to stop. And I said, stop right here? He said, yeah, stop right here. And it was just in the middle of the road. I mean, you know. And I stopped, and he told me, get out. And I was in the driver's side, he was in the passenger side. And so as I opened the door, I said,
Back. See if it brings me back. Guys, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on with the software. It will be the last time I ever use it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to upload the video. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. God. And it's always going to happen when you're trying to do something like this. But if it was a new software I was trying, clearly it's not up to the task that I need. So I do apologize about that. But I am going to just upload the video. And again, sorry about that, y'all. Give me just a little bit. I am actually going to start uploading it now as I speak. And hopefully it'll play properly. I don't know what the problem was, but when I brought myself back live, it started playing just fine. So I don't know if it's something dealing with the people who I'm using their server situation with uploaded videos. I don't know, but I do apologize. What can you do? You know, so I am actually posting it to YouTube right now and on Facebook, so it should be live probably. I'd say give or take probably about 15, 20 minutes. And guys, I'm sorry, but I promise you it won't happen again with this software. I was trying to use something that was more web-based instead of software-based because I always noticed that a lot of problems tended to happen to an actual download of software. So I tried to go to a web-based where it was controlled on a server like this, and you usually have less issues. But not this time. So it's giving me problems, but I do appreciate y'all watching. I do appreciate y'all tuning in. And I was going to upload the video anyways because I'm sure people would like to go back and watch it without having to listen to me. And so I was going to do that anyways, but I really wanted people to have an opportunity to kind of chat with each other, but I guess they'll still have the same opportunity. I appreciate y'all watching. Again, I'm uploading it now as I speak, and hopefully this will... I'll figure out the problem, whatever the problem may be, but we'll figure it out. But I appreciate y'all watching tonight. Again, I apologize. I did get to at least play the tribute video, which I enjoyed that very much, and got to talk a little bit about what's been going on. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching tonight. I am going to end it because I really have nothing else to talk about, and I don't want to keep repeating myself. So I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to upload the video. That way I know that y'all won't have no problems watching it. Again, I apologize, and I will make sure that this doesn't happen again. And guys, we will catch y'all next Wednesday, and we'll try to see if we can get people's reactions next Wednesday of what they thought about that, and we'll go from there, guys. But thank y'all again. Sorry for the problem, but I am uploading it now. Y'all have a good night.